Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. Today I want to talk about sexuality in Islam. This is a very controversial and hot button topic in this day and age, especially with homosexuality, premarital sex, and other issues. So first of all, I want to say that some people are of the misconception that you can't love someone. I honestly read this today, that you can't love in Islam. That's completely and utterly false. You are 100% allowed to love. You can find the other gender attractive. You can even have homosexual tendencies. The test that Allah gives you is the test that God gives you is to see if you can control your urges for a cause, right? So let's say your mom said clean the room, and your mom could clean the room herself, and she might if you don't do it, but it's a test to see if you love her, sort of, so to speak, and that you'll do it so she doesn't need to clean the room. So kind of like that is that God tests you with these tendencies to have premarital sex or homosexuality, and to conquer them is what is better for you. So it's not wrong to feel an attraction to the same sex or the opposite sex. And I know many Muslim countries today going around killing. In Saudi Arabia especially, you hear stories of them killing a man for having homosexual tendencies. Maybe he actually did commit the act. You should never. So for the thought, if someone just feels attraction but they haven't acted out, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that person. They should. It's a test from God. They should try to conquer the test. But no, you should not kill them. No, you should not harm them in any way. You should try to counsel them, speak to them. You know, mental health is a very big issue that we face today, and no one really addresses that. So you should speak to a educated Muslim, educated in both psychology and Islam, counselor. And regarding the punishment for actually committing it, that is dependent upon various factors. We don't really have a Muslim state today that could enforce those laws. I mean, you could say that Saudi Arabia and the surrounding states are kind of Muslim states, but I would say that death is not the first thing the Prophet, peace be upon him, would recommend. For example, there's the story of the woman who committed adultery, which is not just premarital sex, but it's being married while. So you're married and then you have sex with another person. So for that, the punishment at the time was death by stoning. And so the Prophet said, no, why don't you wait? You have a child. So the woman was like, no, please, I want to atone for my sins. And the Prophet said, no, wait, you have a child. Let the child be born first. And then when that happened, she's like, I want to atone for my sins. And the Prophet said, no, wait, you have to feed the child. So I don't think death would be, it'd just be like, oh, let's kill him. That's not how the Prophet, peace be upon him, would do things. Regarding premarital sex, and so today marriage is getting harder and harder to do, so premarital sex is a major sin, and masturbation is either. So most scholars say it is a minor sin that is not allowed to do. Some scholars say that it is not a sin, especially if you don't have the means to be married and it's going to prevent you from committing premarital sex, zina. So if it comes down to the fact of you are going to engage in premarital sex, then you are all literally commanded to relieve your attention through masturbation, because in Islam we do believe in the lesser of the two sins. So if it comes down to committing zina, premarital sex, or masturbating, you should definitely masturbate. I'm not going to say that masturbation is good for you, that you should, also pornography, do not go in, that would be a double sin, and pornography is an addictive, dangerous substance. It's a dangerous, addictive drug that you should not delve into. But if it's masturbation by itself and it prevents you from committing zina, then you should definitely do it. Wait a second. Right. So I was gonna say, if you can, to fasting, when you're in hunger, you're thinking about bigger things. You're thinking about God. You're thinking about your hunger. Thinking about your thirst. You don't think about something as I want to say as kind of silly as masturbating or committing premarital sex. That kind of takes your mind off things. It makes you more righteous. Gives you God consciousness, taqwa. So fasting would be the best you could do, but of course you can't fast every day, and let's say you have a very strong urge, you should definitely masturbate to prevent you from committing zina, premarital sex. But remember that anytime you have any sexual activity, you have to bathe, known as ghusl. You have to bathe before you can pray or fast or touch the Quran or anything. Okay, that's all I have for now. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you.